Hello and welcome to Yogalates. My name is Amanda. We're going to switch things up a little bit today with our equipment. And if you have one of these balance balls, we're going to use this today. Once we get out of our yoga flow, we're going to use that for the entire duration of the rest of class. You also need a block or two. This is to help assist you in some of the yoga poses that we're going to be doing, bring the earth a little bit closer towards you. And we're also going to use a set of light weights. This is totally optional. I'm just using 1 pound dumbbells. You can go a little bit heavier. You can do with just your body weight. You're also more than welcome to always strap ankle weights to your wrists or to your ankles at any part of the class or for the entire duration. Totally up to you. And of course, as always, make sure you have plenty of water nearby to keep yourself nice and hydrated. All right, let's go ahead and come down onto the floor, finding a child's pose. You won't need your weights or your balance ball just yet, but keep that block nearby in case you need it. Go ahead and come on down to a child's pose, pressing your toes to touch, knees are wide, pressing your glutes in towards your heels, really stretching your fingertips out nice and long. Now you can always take your block and place it underneath your forehead if you like to bring the earth a little bit closer towards you. Or you can release that block off to the side. Deepen that stretch. Maybe stretching your fingertips out even longer. Focusing here on your breathing. Strong exhale, filling your lungs all the way to the top. Hold it there. And deep exhale. Strong exhale through your mouth. 2 more times just like this. Deep inhale, fill your lungs all the way up to the top. Hold it, and strong exhale through your mouth. Once more like this, deep inhale. Maybe take in 1 more deeper breath. Hold it at the top, and release everything out. Nice, strong exhale. Now keep those same breaths, but go ahead and close your lips, breathing in and out through your nose. Deep inhale. Filling your lungs all the way to the top. Hold it and releasing out through your nose, keeping your lips sealed. Once more, just like this with your lips sealed. Deep inhale. Taking maybe 1 more breath. Hold it. And strong exhale through your nostrils. Maybe roll your head from side to side. If you'd like, bringing your head back to center, maybe tempt your fingertips, lifting your palms off of the floor, pressing your finger pads into the floor. Go ahead and release your arms back down. If you'd like a tricep stretch, you can bend your elbows, bringing your palms to touch, and then bringing your thumbs towards the nape of your neck for a nice deep tricep stretch here in both of your arms. You can also gently walk your elbows out in front, still simultaneously pressing your glutes in towards your heels. Wherever you're at, hold it for 1 more breath. And then gently release your hands back down to the floor. Go ahead and walk your hands over to the left side, placing your right palm on top of your left, still pressing your right glute in towards your right heel. Maybe gently and slowly rotating your right shoulder down towards the floor for a deeper stretch all on that right side body. Go ahead and walk through towards the center. Bring your palms over towards the right side, your left palm on top of your right, simultaneously pressing your left glute in towards your left heel. Maybe gently and slowly rotating your left shoulder down towards the floor. Go ahead and come back towards the middle. Maybe rolling your neck a few more times in each direction. And then from here, go ahead and find your tabletop position with your wrists directly under your shoulders, knees directly under your hips. Go ahead and tuck your toes, hammock your belly down, lifting your gaze forward, finding your cow. And then releasing the top shoelace portion of your toes. Scoop and arch your belly, rounding your spine up towards the ceiling, pressing the earth away. Go ahead and tuck your toes, coming back through cow. Hammock your belly down towards the floor. And then relax your toes. Scoop and arch, rounding your spine outward. Gazes toward your navel or the tops of your thighs. One more time through here with your breath. Tuck your toes. Hammock your belly down for cow. Release your toes, coming into cat, rounding your spine. Go ahead and come back. Find a neutral spine. Maybe bump your hips side to side. And then from here, go ahead and lift your right knee, keeping it bent, drawing a few circles here with your right hip. And then reverse that direction. And then gently planting your right knee to meet the left. Lift your left knee, keeping it bent, drawing a few circles here with your left hip. And then, of course, reversing that direction. And then releasing your left knee to meet the right. Go ahead and tuck your toes. Bring your hands a palm print forward and lift your hips up, coming into your first downward facing dog this morning. Maybe pedal your heels, lifting one and lowering the other. And alternating here, walking your dog. Your heels do not have to press the floor. Your gaze is between your thighs. Maybe your navel, your biceps are framing your ears. Few more pedals here. Go ahead and lift both of your heels off the floor, lower them over to the right side, feeling that nice deep stretch all on the right side body. Lift your heels once more, lower them over to the left side for a stretch all on the outer left side of your body. Lift your heels and then pedal them once more. Go ahead and come into a high plank. From here, lift your hips, come back to downward dog. Right hand taps the outside left ankle. Step your right hand back on your shoulder, coming back into high plank. Press your hips up. Left hand to the outside right ankle, coming back down to high plank. One more time on each side. Pressing up, maybe reaching for that outside ankle, maybe your calf, your knee, your thigh, whatever you can. Pressing back, coming back into high plank, holding and breathing. For 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and walk your feet or step or hop your feet towards the front of your mat. Go ahead and come into a forward fold. Really reaching your fingertips down toward your toes. You can also always grab your block, bringing that block at the lowest setting, the middle setting, or the highest setting to bring that earth closer towards you. Maybe placing your hands on the block. Going to come to a half lift, hands to shins. Crown your head away from your body. Back to a forward fold with or without that block. Maybe come into a ragdoll, grabbing opposite elbows. You can sway side to side. Letting your neck hang nice and loose. From here, go ahead and come back to center. Find your hands back down towards the floor. Gently roll all the way up slowly, rolling one shoulder blade at a time. From here, we're going to go ahead and step our right foot back, coming into a wide stance. Your feet are parallel. They're wider than your hips. From here, go ahead and tee out your arms. Arms are straight out as if you're an airplane. Go ahead and clasp your hands behind your back, lifting your chest forward, bringing your thumbs down your spine. From here, you're welcome to lift your hands off of your back and then fold forward, slow and controlled. You're welcome to keep your hands binded. You can also release your hands at any time. Bend into the right knee, keep that left leg straight. Come back to the center, bend into the left leg, keeping that right leg straight. Back to center. One more time on each side. From here, with both of your legs straight, go ahead and come to a half lift, hands to thighs, and then pulling all the way back down forward. maybe bringing your elbows towards the floor. You can also always place your hands or your forearms on a block. Resting here and breathing. You can also always walk your hands through your legs, fingertips facing the opposite direction. Holding and breathing wherever you're at for 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and release your hands. From here, go ahead and take your right hand, bring it to the left foot or to a block. Left arm comes to your hip. You can also release that left hand up towards the ceiling. Gaze can be up or down. Maybe circle, point, or flex that right wrist. Go ahead and release your left hand down. Walk your hands over to the right foot. If you have that block, take it with you. Place your left hand on the block or on the floor by your right foot. Right hand comes to your waist or up towards the ceiling. Gazing can be up or down, maybe circling or pointing and flexing that right wrist. Go ahead and bring your right hand down. Walk your hands back to the center, taking any what else stretches that you'd like to take here. And then with a micro bend in both of your knees, bring your hands to your hips, gently roll up slowly, one vertebrae at a time. From here, we're going to go ahead and pivot the left toes, bend deep into that left knee, tee out your arms coming into warrior 2. From here, we're going to pivot the left toes, arms come up overhead, pivot the right toes, bend into that right knee, coming into warrior 2 on the other side. Coming through, arms come up, pivot the right toes forward, pivot the left toes out, coming back to the warrior 2 where we initially started. Right leg is straight, fingertips stretched out over both of your toes. Go ahead and come to extended side angle, left hand towards your knee or towards the floor. Right arm extends long, really lengthening that right side. You can lift that left arm up off the leg. You can also hover it forward. You can also bind that right hand behind your back, opening up that chest. Wherever you're at, breathing for 2 and 1. Go ahead and reverse your work. Keep that bend in your front left knee. Right hand binds back behind. Left arm scooped up overhead, gaze up towards the ceiling. Holding and breathing for 2 and 1. Come back, find your warrior 2. Go ahead and straighten that front left leg as you pivot the left toes. Pivot the right toes out, deep bend into that other side of warrior 2. Holding and breathing. Go ahead and come into extended side angle, right hand towards your right knee or towards the floor. Left arm extends out overhead, really opening up that left chest. You're also welcome to extend and hover that right arm. You can bring it out in front. You can also bind that left hand behind your back. Really opening up your left chest here. Holding and breathing for 2 and 1. Go ahead and reverse your warrior. Left arm tucks behind your back. Right arm comes up high overhead. Keep that deep bend in your front right knee. Holding and breathing for 2 and 1. Come back to warrior 2. Go ahead and bring the arms overhead, pivot the right toes. Now we're going to pivot both of the toes to the left and step your right foot forward. It's going to face you guys so I'm not facing the opposite direction, but still staying at the top of your mat. We're going to bring our feet hip width apart and parallel. We're going to have a deep bend in the knees. Bring the arms up, coming into chair. Really tuck your hips under, so don't press your hips back. Keep them nice and tucked under. Weight is in the heels and the balls of your feet. Arms can be up overhead. You can also cactus the arms. From here, we're going to go ahead and swing the arms back. So bring them up overhead, swinging them forward and up. Getting those shoulders nice and warmed up. All right, we're going to add a heel lift as we bring the arms back, Lift the heels, coming up onto your tippy toes, balance. Lower the heels, arms come forward. Do that 2 more times. Lift the heels as you press your arms back. Lower the heels, arms come forward. 1 more time here. Hold the arms back. Hold the heels lifted for 2. And 1. Go ahead and bring it forward. From here, we're going to go ahead and swan dive forward. Go ahead and give me a half lift. Go ahead and come back down, forward fold. From here, we're going to go ahead and step our right foot straight back, coming into low crescent. I didn't bring my left foot up close enough. You really want your left knee over your left ankle. You can also bring your right knee down toward the floor or a block if you would like. From here, holding and breathing, we're going to go ahead and keep our right hand to the inside of our left foot or to a block. Left arm comes up high overhead, opening up your chest, circling out your wrist. We're going to tap it down for 2. Lift it up. And 1. Lift it up. Go ahead and bring your left hand to the inside of your left foot, walking your left toe towards the outside of your mat. Foot is at about 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, whatever range of motion you have in your left ankle. If you haven't done so, go ahead and release your right knee towards the floor. Untuck your toes, coming into lizard pose here. Few options. You can press forward and back. You can stay onto your right hand, rock onto the outside of your left foot, pressing your left hand into the inside of your left knee, looking over that left shoulder. You can also bring your arms down toward the floor or to blocks for a deeper stretch in that left hip. Just holding and breathing. From here, go ahead and tuck your right toes. We're going to go ahead and lift that left leg, coming into 3-legged dog. Go ahead and bend your left knee, opening up your hip. Option to stay here and circle out that left ankle. You can also flip your dog, laying that left foot to the outside of your right foot. Left arm comes up overhead. And go ahead and flip your dog back over. Coming back to downward facing dog. Go ahead and pedal your heels here. From here, we're going to step the right foot forward, coming and finding our low crescent on the other side. So your left hand comes to the inside of your right foot or to the block. We're going to sweep our right arm up towards the ceiling, maybe opening up that right shoulder, circling, pointing, or flexing that right wrist. And then we're going to tap it down for 2. Reach it back up. And 1. Reaching up. From here, go ahead and walk your right foot out, bringing your right hand to the inside of your right foot. Maybe hinge forward and backwards. You can also always release that left knee towards the floor at any time. Really deepening in that right hip stretch. If you're releasing that left knee, maybe releasing the top shoelace portion of your left foot also on the floor. You can come to a few different moves here, bringing your right hand to the inside of your right knee, coming to the outer part of your right foot, twisting, looking over your right shoulder. For a deep stretch. You can also face forward, coming down, bringing your forearms down towards the floor or to a block, really opening up that right hip. Feel free to pivot on the outside of that right foot as much as you need to. You can also rock forwards and backwards. From here, go and plant both of your wrists, tuck your left toes, lifting your right foot up into 3-legged dog. Maybe bend that right knee, opening up your right hip. You can also flip your dog, placing your right foot down to the outside of your left foot, extending your right arm long out past the crown of your head. And then come back, flipping your dog. Go ahead and find your downward facing dog. Landing that right foot. Maybe pedal your heels. Holding and breathing. All right. From here, we're going to step or hop. So have a deep bend in the knee. Step or hop your feet towards your wrist. And then from here, go and extend the legs straight. Come to a half lift, hands to shins. Forward fold coming all the way down towards the floor or towards a block. Gently roll up slowly all the way. Roll your shoulder blades back. Roll them forward. So at the top of your mat, feet are hip width apart and parallel. Go and bring the weight into your left leg. Go and bring the sole of your right foot to the inside of your left ankle. Maybe walk it up to your calf. You can also place it to the inside of your left thigh. Just avoiding that left knee wherever your right foot is at. Go ahead and bring your hands to heart center. Relax your shoulders down from your ears. Bringing the crown of your head, lifting up towards the ceiling. Really grounding through the left foot. Maybe extending your tree branches. Arms can come up. You can come into cow face arms. You can also bind your hands behind your back, lifting your chest wherever you're at, holding it for 3, 2, and 1. Gently release your hands down. Bring your hands back to heart center. Release your right foot. Maybe circle out those ankles. Now grounding through your standing right leg, bringing the sole of your left foot to the inside of your right ankle. Maybe walk it up to your right calf. You can also place it to the inside of your right thigh. Really opening up that left hip here. Hands stay at heart center. Crown of your head lifted up. Shoulders pulled back. Holding and breathing. Maybe try some different arms here. You can bring your arms up. You can try swaying your branches by challenging your balance. You can come into opposite cow face arms. Your fingertips do not have to touch. You do want them just to draw it toward one another in that direction. Maybe clasp your hands. Maybe cactus the arms. Really challenge your balance. Bring your gaze forward. Wherever you're at, holding and breathing for 2 and 1. All right, go ahead and release that left leg down. Walk it out. Go ahead and come into a swan dive forward, arms move down and around. Hands come down, half lift, hands to shins. Go ahead and plant your hands back. Step or hop your feet out to a high plank. From here, holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently roll all the way down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Elbows stay close in towards your body. Hands are still planted under your shoulders. Untuck your toes. Coming up for mini cobra. Releasing back down. Pressing up for mini cobra. Releasing back down. Go ahead and extend your left arm out to a T. Keeping your right hand boxed out underneath your right shoulder. Lift your right leg up and over to the outside of your left hip, opening up your right hip here. Holding for 3, 2, and 1. Really come back to center. Releasing your right foot, bringing both hands underneath the same shoulder. Coming up for mini cobra. Release down. Go and extend your right arm this time, lifting your left leg up and over to the outside of your right hip, keeping your left knee lifted, left arm boxed out for 2 and 1. Roll back to your stomach, each wrist underneath the corresponding shoulder, pressing up, shoulders stay pressed in, mini cobra. Release down. Go ahead and walk your hands underneath your rib cage, pressing all the way up, full cobra. Feel that nice stretch in your abdominal core. Go ahead and look over the left shoulder, back to center, lifting up, over the right shoulder, back to center, looking up. Bring your gaze forward, tuck your toes, and coming through tabletop or straight through downward facing dog. Biceps frame your ears, pedal your heels here. And then with a bend in both of your knees, gently walk your hands back towards your feet. Come to a half lift, hands to shins, back to a forward fold. Roll all the way up, slow and controlled. Roll your shoulder blades back. Roll them forward. All right. Go ahead and keep your set of light weights if you're using them and a balance ball. We're going to get into some other moves here. All right, grab that ball. We're going to start standing. Going to come into a wide plie squat. So your feet are significantly wider than your hips. Your toes are turned outward. Go ahead and bend your knees coming into that plie. Maybe bringing your glutes towards your knees, down that same playing field. From here, we're going to bring the ball up over your head. Elbows are bent, so you're almost like you're holding a halo over your head. We're going to draw the right elbow towards the right knee. Coming back up, 9 more here. Right elbow towards right knee, slow and controlled. Think the slower, the better. Stay with it. Your elbow does not have to touch your knee, but you can also bend deeper into your hips, into your knees, to make it more accessible to touch your knee. Halfway there on the right side, coming back up. Slow and control. Keep a soft bend in those elbows. That's it. You got 3 more here. Right elbow towards right knee. Just working that right side. 2 more. Stay with it. All right, last one on the right side. Hold those arms just where they're at. Hold those hips just where they're at, nice and low. Left elbow to left knee. Come back upright, 9 more. You've got this. Easy peasy. Doing the same feel on the left side, keeping everything symmetrical. Elbow towards knee. Back to upright. That's it. Stay with it. 6 more here. Nice light grip on that bar. On that ball. I don't know why I said on that bar. Keep it going. That's it. You got 4 more. Stay with it. Don't let those hips pop up. Don't let those knees straighten. Keep it going. You got 2 more here. Those legs should be feeling a little bit like Jello by now. Last one. Think slower, more controlled. Elbow towards knee. Back upright. All right, straighten those legs. Maybe shake it out. Set that ball off to the floor. This is when we'll grab our weights. So you can grab your weights. You can also grab a block if you don't want to use a weight or don't have one accessible to you. We'll just need 1 weight. So you want your feet hip width apart and parallel. You want your knees stacked directly over your ankle. So if you're further back, don't do that. You want your hips stacked directly over, and you want to be sitting up nice and straight. Your shoulders are stacked directly over the ball. We're going to draw our left elbow wide behind your head. Bring that right hand down in front of the ball, and we're going to reach down and back up. Oh yeah, really working those obliques to start off class today. That's 2. Stay with it. That's 3. You've got this. And 4. Really reaching those fingertips towards your toes. That's 5. Ground through both of your feet, all the way from your big toe out to your pinky, straight back towards your heel, reaching further. You've got 4 more here. Down and up. 3 more. Make sure that left elbow stays wide behind your head. Your chin is lifted off of your chest. Last one. All right, coming back upright. Swapping out that weight. Weighting your left hand down by your ankle. Right elbow is wide. Chest stays lifted. Reaching down and coming back upright. So as you come upright, you want to think about stacking your shoulders directly back over your hips. That right elbow remains wide the entire time. Your feet are planted on the floor. If you would like to have more stability, you're a little bit more wobbly than you'd like, Go ahead and separate your feet wider than hip distance. If you want more of a challenge, go ahead and bring those feet closer together. Maybe zip them into one line. That's it. 4 more here. Right elbow stays wide. Left hand reaches down. And back up. 3 more. Keep it going. Light tap behind the head. All right, last one. All right, go ahead and set the weight off to the side. We may use them again at some point. Go ahead and come onto the floor. Don't get too excited. These are going to be doozies even if you're laying on the floor. You still have that ball. I avoid saying block this time. Go ahead and come to a reverse tabletop. So bend your knees. Your knees are directly over your hips. Your knees are bent at 90. Ball is between both knees and both wrists. You really want to press into the ball with all 4 of the objects of your body touching that ball. So we're going to extend the right arm and left leg to a hover. Draw it back in. Just the right arm and left leg is moving for now. Extend. Draw it back in. That's it. Full extend. Full bend here. Extend. Draw it back in. So you're still pressing your left wrist in towards the ball. You're still pressing your right knee in towards the ball from the opposite direction. Keep it going. Your lower back should press firmly into the floor. There should be no space or discomfort whatsoever in your lower back. If you are experiencing discomfort or you find that you're lifting your lower back up off the floor, try not extending your arm or your leg, maybe just one, or don't extend them so close towards the floor that you lose that balance. Slow and controlled, and as you extend your limbs, notice how your abs are acting differently as you get closer towards the floor, and then drawing everything back in. That's it. Give me 2 more with the right arm, left leg. Last one. All right, go ahead and hold the ball between your palms and your knees, pressing it in for 3, 2, and 1. All right, now go ahead and hold the ball with your right hand and left knee. We're going to work that left hand and right knee. Extend, draw back in, extend, draw back in. So your right hand is pressing into that ball. Simultaneously, your left knee is also pressing into that ball. Just your left arm and right leg is moving. Nothing else is moving. Everything is completely still. Think slower, more controlled. The slower, the better. That's it. Drawing it back in. Think about an old bottle of molasses. Maybe some old peanut butter. Slow and controlled. Extend and draw it in. Right hand pressing into the ball. Left knee also pressing into the ball. Your lower back is pressed firmly into the floor. Extend and draw it in. 2 more here. Really keeping that left arm straight. That right knee bends to an extend. Last one. All right, go ahead and draw everything together. From here, we're going to still lay onto our back. Woo. And grab that ball between your feet. Extend your arms and legs. So make sure you have plenty of space by your feet as well as by your hands. We're going to extend the arms and legs up towards the ceiling. Crunch up. Bring the ball into your hands and extend. Draw everything up. And extend. That's it. 4 more here. Ball from the feet to the hands, back to the feet is 1 full set. Keep it going. 4 more. Almost there. Ball barely taps the floor, coming right back up. Your limbs are completely straight. 1 more here. Raise and lower, raise, and lower. All right, go ahead and draw the ball in towards your glutes, pressing your heels into the ball. From here, we are going to do a glute bridge, raise and lower. So your palms are by your side. You can also grab those weights and place them on your waist, but just make sure you're holding them there. Your legs are zipped together, heels press into the ball. We're going to raise and lower. You can also always keep your hands by your sides. Definitely challenging. Just a raise and a lower. Working those hamstrings, really pressing your heels in towards the ball. If you're holding those weights, please make sure you hold them. 3 more here. Raise and lower. Once more. All right, from here, we're going to go ahead and bring the soles of the feet to touch so your outside ankle is pressed into the ball. We're going to lift our hips up, coming into a frogger with your heels pressed into the ball. We're going to draw our knees towards one another and then open. 9 more. Hips stay lifted. 7 more. Knees open and knees close. Really squeezing your glutes. 5 more. That's it. Hips stay lifted. That's 3. And 2. Last one. All right, release your hips down. Let's do a nice stretch and, of course, some more core work. So go ahead and find a seat on the ball. So we're coming back. Not standing completely, but we're not on that floor. Just when you think floor work makes it easy, it definitely does not. So you want your back to be on the ball, just your lower back. Your elbows are going to draw wide behind your head. Your feet are planted into the floor, so big toe out to pinky, straight back towards your heel, hip width apart and parallel. We're going to reach all the way back and then crunching up, extend all the way back. So it's a nice abdominal stretch, rolling over that ball, and then coming up. So your shoulders stack directly over your hips. Elbows remain wide, rolling back and up. That's it. 3 more here. Rolling back and up. 2 more. Full extend, full crunch up. Last one. All right, go ahead and set that ball off to the side. We're going to come onto our stomach all the way onto the floor. Extend your arms and legs long in opposite direction. Top shoelace portion of your toes on the floor, maybe bringing your forehead or your chin down to the floor, not straining your neck. We're going to lift the right arm, left leg, and lower. Lift the left arm, right leg, and lower. Right arm, left leg, and lower. Left arm, right leg. Last time. All right, from here, go ahead and bring your arms wider than your shoulders. Go ahead and tuck your toes, pressing yourself back into a wide-legged child's pose. So your knees are wider than your hips. Toes are touching. Heels pressed in towards your glutes. Really stretching your fingertips out nice and long in front of you. Once again, maybe rolling your head side to side. And then go ahead and come on up to a tabletop position, stacking your shoulders over your wrists, hips over your knees. Go ahead and bring your right arm up towards the ceiling. Reach it under and through the left side body. 2 more times. Right arm comes up, under and through. Once more. 3rd and final time. Reach that right arm under and through, hovering and holding for 3, 2, and 1. Gently release that right hand down, but extend it out long. Maybe bringing your right ear or right cheek towards the floor. You can also place it onto a block. Keep that left hand boxed out. Option to keep your knees both flat on the floor. You can also extend your left leg straight back. Maybe lower and raise for 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and draw that left knee in to meet the right, bringing your right arm up towards the ceiling, and then bringing it back down under your right shoulder. Lift your left arm up, under and through the right side body, hovering and holding. Left arm comes up, under and through. Once more, left arm comes up, under and through, hovering and holding for 3, 2, and 1. Reach the left arm further and then relax the left cheek or ear towards the floor or to a block. Keep that right hand boxed out. Option to hold it here, or you can also extend that right leg straight back. Maybe lifting, maybe raising and lowering for 3, and 2. Last one. All right, go ahead and plant that right knee to meet the left if you had it lifted. Pressing up, left arm comes up and bringing it back down. Go ahead and tuck your toes, bring your hands up, palm print forward, lift your hips up, coming back to downward facing dog. Pedal the heels. Go ahead and lift your right leg, coming to three-legged dog. Bend your knee, opening up your hip. Go ahead and draw your right knee to the inside of your right wrist, drawing your left leg back. Of course, if this hurts your back or your legs, you can also come onto the floor and draw your right knee across your body. You can walk your hands back to the center line of your body. Chest is lifted, gazing up. You can also fold forward all the way down on towards the floor. Holding and breathing. Maybe rolling from side to side. Feeling how it's a deeper stretch as you rotate towards the right. Maybe a deeper stretch as you rotate to the left. From here, go and plant your hands back into the floor. Tuck your left toes. Lift your right leg up. And then step it back down. Go ahead and lift your left leg up towards the ceiling. Open up your hips, stacking your left knee on top of your hip. And then drawing your left knee to the inside of your left wrist. You can also come onto your back, drawing your left knee up towards your left shoulder. Untuck your right toes. Walk your hands back if you would like. Stretching up, looking up. You can also walk your hands forward, coming all the way down to a forward fold. Maybe placing your chin or your forehead back towards the floor. Maybe rolling from side to side. Whatever feels good to you in this stretch today. And then bringing your hands back underneath your shoulders. Tuck your right toes. Lift your left leg up. And then set it down. Walk your dog. Pedaling your heels. Have a deep bend in both the knees. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Coming to a half lift, hands to shins. Forward fold all the way down. And then gently roll all the way up. Roll your shoulder blades back. Roll them forward. Fantastic work, everyone, today. Thank you so much again. My name's Amanda. This is Yogalates. Hope to see you next time. Thank you.